All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Recha Kodash, the honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Citation all that I can push word with true sincerity and with charity. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father, whom the word and calls God and Jehovah. Bahasham is in the name. Yahweh Shai is his son's name, the word and calls Jesus, and Recha Kodash is the Holy Spirit. As always, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans are the Israelites according to the Holy Scriptures, as well as the speckled bird, the scattered Israelite woman, Salakia, the scattered Israelite, scattered amongst the other nations, whose outer appearance may seem to be of those nations whom they've been scattered to, but whose lineage through their father's line might go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You are Israelites, no matter what your outer appearance may seem to be, you know. And as always, I'm the brother Yedire from the Great Millstone Branch out in Chicago, and I'm back with you another lesson. It's going to be entitled, You Be the Judge. 2022 Future Generations of Women. And the Israelite women in particular. And then I was on social media or whatever. And this girl or whatever, she posted this screenshot right here. It says, I can't compete with nobody BM, baby mama. She gave you something I would have killed, you know? And it's just wicked. She did a little repost where basically she put it on her page so she can show her agreement with it. And then there was another one that says, what you say, cousin? Straight to the vacuum shot. Crying emoji with a cat kissy face emoji. You see, and this is our people glorying and wickedness, man. But this is the woman that's God, though. You know, this is that black queen that these niggas is talking about, though. Talking about murdering her own children. Why? Why is she doing this? Oh, because she creeping around, being very adulterous, you know, being very promiscuous, you know, which that's out of order, you know. They live these lives where they do these sneaky links, multiple sexual partners, and then a baby comes, you know, life is made, you know, and they have the power, you know, so-called freedom that the so-proclaimed white man give them, which really isn't freedom, you know, but he gives them he allows them to murder their own children. You see, and then, you know, she commented again. She said, gracefully. You see, so our people are totally gone, you know. Now, this ain't to, you know, any women that, you know, that repented of these words, you know. If you did, then it don't apply to you. But nevertheless, this is a common practice amongst the Israelite women, you know. So we're going to go ahead and get into some scriptures and, you know, let it go from there. This is Exodus chapter 23 and verse 26. It says, there shall nothing cast their young, nor be barren in thy land. The number of thy days I will fulfill. So when you go into the word barren, it's like that word cast is H7921. Shakal. It says verb. It says to be bereaved. If you be bereaved, that means you make childless. It says make childless, miscarry, to be bereaved, to make childless, to cause barrenness, show barrenness, or abortion, to miscarry. So the scriptures clearly tell us that we are not to cause our women to become childless. And what's that? Those abortions, those practices, you know, and those practices go back to wicked things that the heathens was doing around us, man. Child sacrifices and so forth. It's the same thing that's happening today. What you think they're doing with those bodies when you go to that Plan B, you know, with those fetuses, man? They putting in a so-called research and, you know, and so forth. We're not gonna get into it. We don't want to, you know, get the video clapped up. But nevertheless, it's all wicked practices, you know. The scriptures tell you that there's nothing new under the sun. What the self-proclaimed white man does is he repackages these old ancient works, and he make them more friendly, so to say, or you know, he's gonna call it Plan B, but in actuality is murder. You see. But it says to cause barrenness, show barrenness, or abortion, to miscarry. You see, and we're gonna prove that you're actually murdering. This is Exodus 21 and 22. It says, if men strive and hurt a woman with child, so that her fruit depart from her, and yet no mischief follows. So if you got two men fighting, and a pregnant woman, she gets hit, and her child, when you go tell where departed, means to come out. So if her child come out, but it says if no mischief, yet no mischief follow, meaning no harm follows, he shall surely be punished according to as the woman's husband will lay upon him. So it says that he shall pay as the judges determine. So if the woman gets hit, you know, her child has to come out, you know, prematurely, but, you know, the child isn't harmed, so to say, you know, then they'll take it up to the council, or to the council of the elders, and the elders, they basically, you know, punish the man you know, however the husband wants to, as the law just said, right? It says verse 23, well, it says, and he shall pay as the judge is determined. Verse 23, it says, and if any mischief follow, and when you go into that word mischief, it means harm in this sense, right? It says, then thou shalt give life for life. So if you have two men fighting, they hit a woman, a pregnant woman or so forth, and that child ends up harmed, it comes out, you know, it is dead and so forth, right? That means, well, this is the law. It says, and if any mischief follow, then thou shalt give life for life. So if a woman when a woman goes to that Plan B facility, you know, Planned Parenthood, it's like it, you know, they go there and they come out childless, you just murdered, because that was life in you and you murdered it. You see, it says, then thou shalt give life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, burning for burning, wound for wound, stripe for stripe. You see? But hey, this is a common practice amongst our people, man, murdering their own children. And not only do they do it, but they don't even, it's not even a sad thing no more. It's just popular. It's pop culture now. Abortions, Plan B, you know? Hey, our people have truly failed. This is Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 3. Even the sea monsters draw out the breast. They give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people has become cruel like the ostriches in the wilderness. And that's what happened to our people, man. Hey, the Israelite woman, she used to be tender and delicate. Hey, no more. Hey, she's like an ostrich, man. She's harsh, not loving. You know, hey, don't care about her children, man. And that's just a simple, that's the sad reality that we're under. You know, that's the curses right now, you know. I mean, you can act like it ain't happening, but nevertheless, no, the men of the Lord, we're going to bring it out. We're going to speak on those things, man. We're going to reprove the nigga woman, man. It's as simple as that. This is verse 4. It says, the tongue of the suckling child cleaveth to the roof of his mouth for thirst. The young children ask bread, and no man breaketh it unto them. Verse 5, they that did feed delicately are desolate in the streets. It's like it says, they that were brought up in scarlet embrace dunghills, man. And, hey, our people have truly fallen. You know, we used to be this once delicate and loving and, you know, caring and somewhat have a sense of morality. But, hey, we totally hit rock bottom completely. You know, hey, our women, they're not affectionate toward the children, you know, toward their husband, you know. Hey, they literally just want to be whores, man. They look up to Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj, whores, sellouts. Hey, witches. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12 and verse 3. For it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of thy holy land. And before we went into the holy land, you know, you had those different nations there doing wicked works, right? Verse 4, whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcrafts and wicked sacrifices. Verse 5, and also those merciless murderers of children and devourers of men's flesh and a feast of blood. And back then you had those nations, a child sacrifice. And today it's the same thing happening today. When you take your children, well, you take that when you take that trip to the clinic. You know, the bitch gonna call it the vacuum shop. Come on now, man. It's not even funny. But verse 5, it says, and also those merciless murderers of children. That's what our people have become, merciless murderers of children. It says, and devourers of men's flesh and feast of blood. Verse 6, with their priests out of the midst of the idolatrous crew, and the parents that kill with their own hands souls destitute of help. And nothing's new under the sun. These same acts are taking place here today. But that's why the scriptures will tell you in the book of Ephesians, because the scriptures is the answers. This is the way of life. Admonish. This is the scriptures give us the what they call it. This is before I even get into that, this is if I can find it, this is Ephesians 6 and verse 4. It says, and ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and the admonishment of the Lord, the discipline, the understanding, the structure, the warnings, the heedments of the knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Train up the child in a way that he shall go, so he shall not depart. Roughly paraphrasing, you're supposed to, when we get back in our land and so forth, these laws are going to be implemented within our people, and we're not going to see these things. But nevertheless, ultimately, we were supposed to be trained up in these laws, such commandments, so that we can avoid things and not be snared by these different wicked things, so to say, right? This is Sirach chapter 7 and verse 23. Has thou children, instruct them and bow down their neck from their youth. Has thou daughters, have a care of their body, and show not thyself cheerful toward them. So the scriptures give you the ultimate game, man. If you have daughters, make sure you're watching over them. Have a care over their body, so they don't pass over the flower of their age, right? It says, verse 25, marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter, but give her to a man of understanding. And typically, the man is supposed to marry his daughter off, so, and she give those flowers unto her husband, and happily ever after. But nevertheless, here in today's society, the Israelite man is not in the household doing what he need to be doing, curses. The Israelite woman is raising the children. The Israelite children are left at home alone. The Israelite woman, it's like the Israelite children become willful. The daughter starts fucking, I've experienced this firsthand, Now she's not precious, she been had X amount of dudes before she was even 12, Oh, now a baby comes, and Esau put the bottom to him. Plan. We have a plan for him. We have this place called Planned Parenthood. Although you're not gonna be a parent, you're gonna, we're gonna kill. That's how they get down, man. A completely wicked man. It says, Sirach 7 to 25, marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter, but give her to a man of understanding. Sirach 22 and 4, a wise daughter shall bring an inheritance to her husband, but she that liveth dishonestly is her father's heaviness. And what's living dishonestly? These fucking sneaky links, man. Sneaky links, multiple sexual partners. Oh, I got a man for every day of the week. This dude give me food. This dude lay the pipe. This dude spend money, But these are the ways that our women, for the most part, are going after, And if it don't apply to you, don't put the shoe on. The boot don't fit, don't wear it, It says, a wise daughter shall bring an inheritance to her husband, but she that liveth dishonestly is her father's heaviness. Because a dishonest daughter, you ain't nobody really going to get with that. You want to know why? Because she's going to be living dishonestly. She's going to end up with kids in her father's house. And then she's broken goods. Who wants to be with a woman that's single with multiple kids? Now she got to depend on the father. If the father's in the house, if not the mother. If not, now she got to depend on Esau. And Esau gonna move ass into a rural fucking ghetto with other single mothers near a damn construction plant, man. Hey, that's why we look to the Lord, man. Our only hope is the Lord, man, because we're totally through without him. We're totally through without Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. This is Sirach 22 and 5. She that is bold dishonoreth both her father and her husband, but they both shall despise her. So a bold woman, she's out of order. She does whatever, take those risks. She's not listening. Ultimately, she's gonna be she dishonoreth her father and her husband, and it says they both shall despise her. Ultimately, she's gonna be hated. Sirach 42 and 9. It says, the father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth, and a care for her taketh away sleep. Because men and women are two different things. A man can go out and have multiple sexual partners as long as he can take care of them, But a woman, she's wired to be with one man. So after that one man, she's broken goods. It's as simple as that. It says, when she is young, it says, and a care for her taketh away sleep. When she is young, lest she pass away the flower of her age, and being married, lest she should be hated. So the Israelite man typically is supposed to watch over his daughter, so that make sure that she's not just out here being loose, lest she get with a husband and then he don't find her flowers, and now she's hated. Now I believe it's Deuteronomy 22. He accused her to the elders, But it says, verse 10. It says, in her virginity, lest she shall be defiled and gotten with child in her father's house and having a husband, lest she should misbehave herself when she is married, lest she should be barren. So in her virginity, lest she should be defiled, meaning just sneaking around, laying with anybody, and gotten with child in her father's house. But Esau such the devil, yo, I'm okay. Oh, here, wear rubber, so you can still do these things, but it's no evidence, because the scriptures tell you that a sinner's children is children out of wedlock is a token of unrighteous weddings. I forget how it's written. Let me see if I can find it. Actually, it's a pretty good precept. This is Sirach. Dang, I forgot it's written. She should leave her memory. That's a good one too. This one more so into adultery, which is what we're going into. Unlawful. Yeah, this Wisdom of Solomon 4 and verse 6. For children begotten of unlawful beds are witnesses of wickedness against their parents in their trial. So, Esau is like, okay, look, I'm gonna put all this lust out there, sexual desires and so forth. I'm gonna set up these different leaders. They're going to lead you to do these things, but hey, look, we're going to give you contraceptives. We're going to put a UID in your arm so you don't get pregnant. We're going to give you birth control. We're going to give you Plan Bs. We're going to give you condoms. Oh yeah, ultimately that doesn't work. We're going to give you Planned Parenthood. And hey, the scriptures tell you they only consult to cast you down from your excellency, Jake. So what are they really trying to do? They're trying to exterminate you, and ultimately you're going off against your power. Sirach 42 and verse 9. It says, the father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth, and a care for her taketh away sleep. When she is young, lest she should pass away the flower of her age, and being married, lest she should be hated. Verse 10, in her virginity, lest she should be defiled and gotten with child in her father's house, and having a husband, lest she should misbehave herself. When she is married, lest she should be barren. So hey, if that father isn't on her ass, hey, she's gonna get a child while living with him, not being married off. Or if she's living like that and a child doesn't come, she's going to get with a husband, and those same characteristics, those sneaky, adulterous traits that she develops still going to be in her. It says, and now she's barren. The Lord going to curse her. Verse 11, keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter, lest she make thee a laughing stock to thine enemies. And all of our women totally is shameless. As the elders been saying, things that were taboo in a black community once, not taboo anymore. There's no limits. There's no limitation. You can do whatever. Nothing's off limits. It says, keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter, lest she make thee a laughing stock to thy enemies, and a byword in the city, and a reproach among the people, and make thee ashamed before the multitude. Why? Because your daughter is loose. She got a child and she isn't married. She has a child and she still lives with you. She's a child. She has a child and she's a child herself. You see? And all this lacks stems from a line and departing away from our power, a leaving these holy scriptures that give us the light, the way to walk, to live our most efficient way. The holy scriptures is the answer. This is Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. And ultimately, our people are these careless, wanton women of our nation. The Lord is going to bring a lot of judgment. You've been careless, you've been too accustomed to this way of living. The serpent feeding you, giving you all these benefits, all these simps, chimpanzees, all the OnlyFans, all that's going to fail, man. We're about to enter hard times. That's to say the least. It says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless woman, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats and for the pleasant fields and for the fruitful vines. So wait, man, the Lord is going to bring that judgment to the women of our nation that's living like this, man. Come on now. Hey, it says, I can't compete with nobody, baby mama. She gave you something I would have killed. No shame. It says, what you say, cousin, straight to the vacuum shop. Mocking. Gracefully. Hey, may the Lord come back and establish judgment and render unto every man according to their works be, as well as you women as well. Call Halayim La, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahushai Bahasham, Rakach Kodash, the ones to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Say, taste all that I can put his word with true sincerity with charity. Shalom, Barakathon, Wa Abba Ball.